With summer break on the horizon, many parents are facing that annual struggle of sorting out childcare. There are options from daycare and overnight camps to hiring babysitters or even nannies, but those options aren't affordable to all families in the province. Sharon Gregson is part of the $10 a day childcare campaign and has spent decades advocating for affordable childcare here in BC and right across the country. So thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So let's start out by take us through some of the decisions parents are facing when they have to sort out childcare over those summer months.
Well, cost, quality, access, these are issues that parents grapple with 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and still today. There's just not enough options for families.
You mentioned cost. That's often the biggest sticking point for many families. So how much, can you give us a ballpark estimate, how much would, say, a day camp or an overnight camp run a family this summer if they're looking into that option?
There's quite a stretch, and so if you're looking for a sports camp, you could easily be paying $600 a week. If you're looking for more of a Parks and Rec kind of camp, you could be looking at $200 to $300 a week. Some of those camps, though, only run from 9 to 3, the same as school hours, and so if you're hoping for before and after hours, though, that could be additional dollars as well. Families often are phoning every available licensed childcare that they can because that's where they're more likely to find affordability with all the new programs that government has put in place for licensed childcare. That's definitely the most affordable option.
But often the most backlogged as well. I know it can be a struggle to find that even during the year. Is it more challenging or less during the summer for those types of spots?
I think it can be more challenging because not all school-age programs ramp up to offering full day care during the summer. They don't always have the staff and they don't always have access to the same facilities as they did during the school year. But a lot of families also are able to take vacation during the summer, and so they might not be using their space that they would use from September to June. And so it really means a lot of phone calls for families.
And obviously that's why a lot of families plan their summer vacations around these schedules. I know your group, the $10 a day childcare campaign, has put forward solutions in the past, worked with government to bring in some of these programs. What would you like to see specifically around this summer struggle, I guess? What would you like to see happen?
Specifically around summer, we'd like to see better use of our elementary schools and high schools, publicly funded facilities that often sit mostly empty during July and August. That's where we think we could be making best use of opportunities for school-age children, not just an extension of school, but play-based, Parks and Rec kind of approach, sports, STEM activities. They could all happen in schools during the summer.
Is there a formal push for that happening now, or how would that look?
Right, so the Coalition of Childcare Advocates has always pushed for better use of schools. During the summer is the most obvious piece, but we think there's a bigger role for school districts than is currently happening. We were pleased to see the Premier announce just last week 3 school districts are being funded to start offering more care for before and after school care, but we need to expand to summer.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate you joining us.
It's been fun to be here. Thanks.
That's Sharon Gregson with BC's long-running $10 a day childcare campaign joining us.